The Crusader men's basketball season began on Saturday evening with the dedication of Homer Drew Court. Before Valpo's exhibition against Olivet Nazarene University, President Mark Heckler and Athletics Director Mark LaBarbera said a few words, while Horizon League Commissioner John LaCrone declared October 30th, 2010 Homer Drew Day throughout the Horizon League. The game went smoothly for the Crusaders, who were clicking on all cylinders against NAIA Olivet Nazarene. VU jumped out to a 21-point lead at the end of the first half behind Ryan Brokoff and Brandon Wood, who each had 14 first-half points. Brokoff was 4 of 6 from three-point range and played outstanding defense with 5 blocks in the first 20 minutes. Valpo would roll to a 93-58 win. Corey Johnson led all scorers with 20 points as all 5 starters scored at least 10. VU dominated the boards against a taller ONU squad. The Crusaders had 15 steals, twice as many assists as turnovers, and 9 blocks, 7 by sophomore Ryan Brokoff. The Crusaders have one more exhibition next Saturday at the Arc at 4 o'clock against Aurora. The Crusader volleyball team split a pair of matches this weekend with a 4-set win against Green Bay on senior night and a 4-set loss to league-leading Milwaukee. It was all about the 4 seniors before and during the Friday match against Green Bay. Andrea Balsas and Val Bolenbacher played some very good defense, while Katie Lehman and Tara Diebler provided the offense. Diebler set a new career high with 20 kills while hitting nearly .350. Lehman, not to be outdone, hit nearly .450 with a career-high 21 kills. Valpo then had their 5-match winning streak snapped on Saturday at the hands of the Milwaukee Panthers' outstanding defense. UWM held the Crusaders' offense, which is second in the league, to just a .136 hitting percentage. It was a tight match throughout, but Milwaukee had the big kills when they needed them. Midway through the first set, Carrie Shue, who ended with a match-high 17 kills, had a pair of terminations around a Crusader timeout to cap a 5-0 run that was the difference in the first set. She also powered a 6-1 run in the second set that put VU in a 2-0 hole that they would not be able to climb out of. Valparaiso still sits in 4th place in the Horizon League with just 2 more weekends before the tournament. The Crusaders head out to Ohio this weekend to take on Youngstown State and Cleveland State, who sits just 1 game ahead of Valpo in 3rd place. The Crusaders soccer team hosted the UIC Flames on Sunday night at Brownfield. The Flames got ahead early with a 4th-minute goal from Eric Frazier with a beautiful 35-yard strike. Stefan Antonievich scored the Crusaders' first goal this month against Horizon League competition after Robbie Del Giudice centered a 25-yard free kick that the 6'6" Antonievich headed in. Kyle Zobek played the final 85 minutes of the game in goal as Ryan Schwartz went down with an injury. Zobek made 4 saves in the second half to help force overtime. In the second OT, Frazier would score his 2nd goal of the game from 18 yards out to drop VU to 1-5 in league play. The Crusaders have 2 more home games this year as they have been eliminated from the Horizon League tournament. They will take on Eastern Illinois on Wednesday and Detroit in the season finale on Saturday. The Crusader football team remains winless this season after a 48-0 loss on senior day at the hands of the rival Butler Bulldogs, who take home the Hoosier helmet for the 3rd straight year. The Crusaders allowed 14 points on 3 fumbles, the first of which was returned 12 yards for a touchdown by Tyler Skaggs. Butler dominated on the ground with over 250 yards of rushing. 3 different Bulldogs had a rushing touchdown as VU got beat by the big play once again. 3 of Butler's touchdowns were of 30 yards or more, including this 64-yard run by Trey Heater, which made it 48-0 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Valpo has just 2 more chances to pick up their first win of the year as they head to Campbell and Morehead State over the next 2 weeks to close out head coach Dale Carlson's first season. The women's basketball season began on Tuesday evening with an exhibition against Grace. It has been an eventful off-season for the Crusaders, who are battling a number of key injuries already. Senior forward Ashley Varner will take a medical redshirt this year after tearing her ACL in an open gym a few weeks ago. Forward Kelly Watts will also miss the preseason after having her 5th knee surgery this week. The regular season kicks off on Friday the 12th at DePaul in the first game of the preseason WNIT tournament. The pre-league schedule only gets harder from there as 3 Big East schools will visit the Arc this year, with Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Notre Dame all coming to Northwest Indiana. Finally, the Crusaders' 11th-ranked women's bowling team began their season on Friday, going 4-1. They beat number 20 Louisiana Tech, but lost to number 6 Arkansas State. That's all from the Sports Desk. I'm Keaton Galogly.
Thanks, Keaton. It's really starting to look like fall outside.
It sure is, but I heard some big changes might be in store. We sent it over to meteorologist Alyssa Pollock for your Valpo weather forecast.
Temperatures have been pretty seasonal so far this fall, but we've got this cold front sweeping through the area tonight and into tomorrow that'll be shaking things up a bit, possibly seeing some snow by the end of the week. We'll talk more about that later in the forecast. For tonight, cooling down to 41 degrees, the normal low is 37. It'll be mostly cloudy and cold with winds out of the west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. We've got a cold day in store for tomorrow, that's for sure. 45 degrees for the high, normal high 54, so we are quite a bit below the average for this time of year. It'll be mostly cloudy and we do have a chance for showers. This chance for showers will carry over into Friday where we could see a mix of both rain and snow. If we do get any snow, it definitely won't accumulate to much. Friday's high of 41 degrees will be warming up as we head towards Saturday with a high of 47. We'll spend both Sunday and Monday in the mid-50s. For The Shield, I'm meteorologist Alyssa Pollock.
Thanks, Alyssa. And more Valpo news. With the prevalence of bullying becoming an increasing issue across the nation, Valpo has taken methods to help students in their time of need. For more, we go to The Shield's Mandy Rothgen.
Several candlelight vigils were held on campuses across the nation earlier in October to remember several student suicides that had occurred recently. Valparaiso University held its vigil on Monday, October 11th, where President Heckler asked the campus to redouble commitments to being a caring and compassionate community, despite differences in ideology, religion, and lifestyles. Many of the recent suicides on college campuses and around the nation are taking place over the internet through cyberbullying. iSafe America reported that 42% of kids have been bullied online, while 1 in 4 have had it happen more than once. 77% of students are bullied mentally, verbally, and physically, and every day 13 Americans ages 15 to 24 commit suicide. Students who are either openly homosexual or are sexually harassed account for up to 30% of these suicides.
I feel like in general Valpo is a place where students do look out for one another. I think it's a supportive environment in many ways. That being said, there are always going to be people who feel alienated, and students who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered are more likely in general anywhere, unfortunately, to feel more alienated.
At Valparaiso University, free counseling services are offered to undergraduate students, and students are encouraged to contact the center if they feel threatened or bullied. For The Shield, I'm Mandy Rothgen.
Thanks, Mandy. With this past weekend being Halloween, the National Residence Hall Honorary and IMC partnered to hold the annual trick-or-treating that occurs in the residence halls. The trick-or-treating is open to the children of faculty and staff members. Students living in the residence halls escorted their Power Rangers, ninjas, bullfrogs, and princesses around the building, stopping at floor lounges to receive candy from other students. The much-anticipated annual event is loved by both staff and students and creates a more unified Valpo. Did you end up going out for Halloween?
I did. I dressed as a hippie.
Excellent.
Yeah,
that's a great costume.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all from this week's Shield. Come back next week for the latest Valpo news. I'm Justin Thompson-Gee.
And I'm Lauren Winnie Gottbreath. Have a great night, Valpo.